Testing 1, 2, 3. Instruction video number 102. Testing 1, 2, 3. Go ahead. Testing. Okay, he's about to do a vertical here. Doing a tie-in. Nice sweet. Yep. See his position? See the rod? Look how he's. See his stance? He's got a nice stance. His torso and his body isn't moving. And he's got the proper angle of the rod. Okay, Mr. Manuel, light it up when you're ready to. Isn't that a pretty light? Looks like the sun. Which one is hotter? Question. I believe the welding arc is a lot hotter than the sun. So that means Noah wasn't the best. Because we burn arcs all day. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can zoom in on that a little bit. So we can see that, oh, okay, we can see that. See that orange puddle coming up under the rod? Welders have to learn how to see that puddle. Once you learn to see that puddle, you can make your beads pretty. Don't let the slag fool you, because the slag is doing this job. It comes up and it catches the puddle and cools the weld. But he thinks he's welding a little too hot, so he turned it down a little bit on the amperage. Now we're gonna do a restart. Okay, notice how it comes up above to do the restart. There we go, nicely done. It would help if I wasn't stepping on the cable. My fault. Yep, start up above it, come down, do a circle or a G, tie it in. Ooh, look at that hot stuff. Learn to see that puddle. Think you can see the puddle real good. See the little orange thing swimming like a river. Don't let the slag catch you though. Stay in the sweet spot of the puddle. Stay in the sweet spot. When you get to the end, you gotta go a little bit faster because you lose your heat sink. Nice. Now he's gonna scrape the slag off. He's not gonna bang on it, just scrape it off. If it's on there right, comes off easy. Let's take a good close look at this. There we go. Two beads touching, tied in together. Brush it off, because even the dust can contaminate your weld. When you get contamination, porosity, and slag inclusion, it's because you're not cleaning your welds properly. And for a test, it's extremely important to clean your rod. And clean your weld. On you, Mr. Manuel. Let there be light. And there was light. Important thing is to oscillate that rod. Mix it up, like you're making gravy. keeping your proper arc length. Okay, he's going to restart. So it sticks a little bit on everybody, even the professional, because you have to be precise with this now. You got people's lives in your hand. Railroad tracks and buildings and all of that. Nothing could happen without this skill. Your building wouldn't go up if it wasn't for the welders. Okay, you see that puddle? Learn to watch that orange glow. Don't go into the bright light like the... Look at the orange, dull orange part behind the rod or under the rod. Okay, see how when he does stick a rod like that, you shake your wrist really quick when you know it's stuck and you can save your rod. Clean that off a little bit for them, Emmanuel. They got to get in the habit of cleaning. Every time they restart, every time you restart, you should clean it. And when you get in the field and you get jobs, you're not going to weld this precise, but to pass a test, you got to be right on it. Go ahead. There you go. Never go backwards, puddle. Go up, away from the slag. Because that slag is doing its job. It's going to cover up that molten steel and cool it down so that it cools slowly. Because a weld that cools too quickly could crack. It's brittle. So the purpose of that slag is to cool it slowly. Beautiful. Beautiful work. Nice. Yeah, I think Manuel's showing off now. That looks like a stack of dimes. That's the money there. That's for the money. There you go.
One more.
Okay, he said he's going to do one more for you. Okay, notice. Okay, lift your hood up, Manuel. You got something to say.
Yeah, I've said it before. You guys should know how to position yourself right. Yeah, so you see, I'm right-handed, so my left leg has to be in front of me. Hold the rod this way. This is the right way to hold your rod, and this is the right position for it. So let me start welding now.
Yes, sir.
To let them know they need to count, like 1, 2, 1, 2. They need to count in their mind when they go.
Okay, Mr. Emmanuel is counting with his oscillation.
Yeah.
As he goes back and forth like this, back and forth, he's counting.
1, 2. Just so you to get it right.
You get a rhythm to it. Yep, get a nice rhythm, something you could remember in your head. Some people go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You gotta mix that rod, it's so important. If you just going straight up the plate without mixing, you're not gonna have a very pretty weld bead.
everything messed up well. So just take it out and see.
Nice and shiny and pretty. Get all that dirt off of there. All the slag, all the dust, all the splatter. What is splatter? That'd be a good question to put on there. What is splatter? What is slag?
Let me go completely. Go.
Yes, sir. See how he used the corners of that rod? He didn't strike that rod straight. Because when you strike it straight like that, it'll stick on the metal. The flux is your helper. The flux is like an insulator, but it also creates your gas pocket. So if you keep that rod in that gas pocket, you're gonna have a clean weld, and it's gonna force the metal to stay on the plate itself. When you pull that rod back, you're gonna get a nipple or a knot because the metal is gonna follow the rod if you pull back the wrong way. It's called long arcing. I know some of them terms sound repetitive, but those are the fundamentals and the basics. You can't long arc. You gotta have the right arc distance. You can't be too close. You have to know how to restart. You use the angle, you use the corners. Pretty. See how they all tied in? Nothing can get through that weld. No air, no gas, nothing. And it's strong because they all tied together. It makes this plate a lot stronger. They use this rod. 7018 is known as a hard surfacing rod too, because you see them use it on backhoe buttons, buckets. It's cheaper to put the 7018, put stringers across it for sacrificial metal when it's dragging on the concrete. That way they don't have to replace an expensive, $5,000 or $6,000 bucket. They'll pay a welder a good price to come out there and just run some stringers across the bucket for hard surfacing. I've done it on street sweepers and stuff like that before also. Okay, Mr. Man, anything you want to say?
I don't really want to say much. I already said all they need to do when you're in the boots, you just have to focus.
Focus.
Yeah, you have to focus on what brings you here. And you need to know how to place your rod. Place your rod the right way, grab your rod, your stringer the right way, and you need to lean so you have the right position. Whether it's all about your position. Yeah, it's all about the position. If you have the right position, then you'll be good.
Yes,
then
sir.
your arms, you need to have the right arms also. If your arms is right, then your weight will be good. But if the arms is not that right, everything you do, no matter how perfect you are, you can't get it right. So you need to know all those stuff and put them together, have it in our mind. So we can get the right stuff, get the right weight. Yeah, that's all I just have to say.
Yes, sir. Okay. That's it. See you later, folks. Y'all come back now.